What is up everyone, welcome to my player review of Henrikh Mkhitaryan, the right midfielder from Manchester United. I'm briefly going to go through his stats and then we'll head into the gameplay. So let's get straight into it. As you can see, his pace and dribbling appear to be his highlights, with ratings in the mid to high 80s. But what stands out for me, just from the stats, is his 5-star weak foot, which is one of the main reasons I chose him over Willian or Salah, who's just about in every Premier League side I come up against. I'm not going to dissect his stats any further because what I found, let's be honest, you can never really trust them entirely until you actually see what the player can or can't do, which is why I'm really looking forward to sharing the gameplay with you all. Just quickly though, I'll show you the team that I used Mickey in. I had him at right wing with Benteke up front and Hesse on the left. This obviously wasn't the best team I could have formed around him, but I don't have that many coins, so I did the best I could, and they were all pretty decent. We start off with Kabay in the midfield, but we eventually get enough coins to get Firmino and Sanchez in defensive mid. Alright, we'll start with all the goals this magician scored for me, and you'll notice from the scoreboard just above it that all these highlights are from FUT Champions, so hopefully that gives some credibility to what I say, because these opponents were definitely not easy to beat and most of them had a very good defense. You'll see a lot of goals were a result of Mickey being in the right place at the right time, and I really rate that because we all know how frustrating it is to create chances and have that final player missing from the gap in the opposition's defense. And honestly guys, EA gave him a 77 finishing rating, but it honestly doesn't feel like that. You'll see from all these goals that he is clinical in the box if you know how to finish. Driven shots are almost as OP as FIFA 17 and he can finish them easily. Although I don't know if you've noticed, but since the patch, the keepers seem a lot harder to beat. Anyway, I was very happy with his finishing and positioning. His dribbling was also ridiculously good, but he was so easily pushed off the ball at times, which was disappointing because I thought, that might be one of his pros against Salah, but I guess not. I mean, you'll see him squeeze through some defenses, but a lot of the time, he was just getting shoved out of the way. I want you guys to also notice that my opposition didn't quite know how to stop Mickey at times, and I reckon it was because of that 5-star weak foot. I mean, of course, Willian's 4-star weak foot would have done a great job too, but it seemed like the defenders didn't know which way I was going to turn and which foot I was going to use to pass or shoot with. You'll see here his driven shot is really, really good. So that 77 finishing, don't read into it too much. And here's probably my favorite goal. He completely destroys the opposition, creates the goal for himself, runs into the box and finishes it himself. Alright, so moving on to the assists, you'll see he got a couple of assists for me, and then I'll show you some of the crosses that he made, and then some good dribbling through the middle of the field. And the thing is, I mean, he has 4-star skills to keep the opponent jockeying, but you don't want to let him run too much because he can score from long range. But you don't want to rush your defense at him because he can play a pinpoint pass, try saying that. And on top of all this, he has a 5-star weak foot. So I mean, what's the opponent going to do? It's really confusing. It's hard to defend against a player with that much ability. And he also has that acceleration. You'll see he just flies through defenses at times. And then I think I only have like 2 chances that he missed. He did miss more. I just don't have the footage for that, unfortunately. So just take my word for it. He scored about 80 to 90% of the chances that he got. And I guess I should also mention his sprint speed. There aren't many issues with Mickey, but you should be aware that his top speed isn't amazing, and often it's not enough to outrun some wingbacks. This is definitely the biggest problem with him, along with his strength. But his 89 agility and superb dribbling make up for that, so I guess it's up to what kind of player you are, whether that makes or breaks the decision to get him. So overall, I'm gonna give Mkhitaryan 8 out of 10. He's an all-rounder and great value for money. I picked him up for 32,000 coins, but I think that's gone up now to 45,000. If you want a player who can take up amazing positions, bamboozle defenses, create and finish chances, then Mickey is your man. But if you're all about sheer pace and playing that driven through ball to a winger, which is all good, then you should probably go with Salah. And at the end of the day, this is my opinion, and you may find Mkhitaryan working better for you and your style of play or formation. I mean, ideally, he should be a cam. In FIFA 17, he had heaps of cam inform, so I'm sure that'll happen again in FIFA 18. And yeah, Anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because there'll be more coming, more player reviews and more FIFA content. Take care. Thank you again. See you later.